Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV as we are playing with Italy in the Emperor expansion. Alright, so a couple things to note before we get started here. There have been some changes on the map. So Muscovy did end up losing a war, I think, to Denmark here, because it does look like the Danes have gained several of the provinces that they used to have. The Danes have actually become incredibly powerful. They've gained a lot of land. So Muscovy has taken some losses there. You'll notice they had to free some countries here. And then similarly, the Ottomans lost to the Mamluks, and they had to free a little bit of territory as well. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, it seems that the Mamluks have taken some provinces from the Ottomans too. Because when we looked at that last, the Ottomans were actually winning that conflict. I was a little bit surprised to see that go down that way. You notice Brandenburg is in a war and has conquered some provinces here, so you might see them increase their holdings a little bit. But yeah, what we're going to go ahead and do, guys, in this episode is we're going to be declaring war. I'm going to try and declare war on the Swiss. We'll see if things remain the way they are right now. As of right now, the Austrians would not join this conflict. Now, I know it's grayed out, but they do have the red X here. I want to say that they won't join. I could be wrong, and if I am, then that would be unfortunate. So let's hope it doesn't go down that way. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do this thing. For whatever reason... Oh, okay, so nobody wants to come into this because Austria. I see. But yeah, nobody will support us, so we'll be vastly outnumbered again, but I do feel like we can win, and the main reason why so many countries are coming into that is, I think, because of the coalition. Yeah, all the coalition members will be pulled in, so that's what the issue there is. So we're going to be going to war soon. One thing I would like to do, if we can, I don't know if we'll be able to get this done or not, is to try and get ourselves a claim here, just in case I take it and I'm able to get it. We also could go after Naples provinces because they'll be joining in on the war. The main thing I want to get from the Swiss is just this one. Now, we do need to worry about aggressive expansion. We have burned off a lot of it, but we're not, you know, it's not in an optimum position yet. Oh, they're all leaving the coalition now. Oh, interesting. Okay, a little bit surprised with that, actually. And as soon as we hit play here, went into the next month. Okay, that's I wasn't expecting that. So that'll make this war even easier. But that does mean I can't actually declare war on them. That does mean that they probably wouldn't come into it anymore, because I don't think they're in the coalition anymore. We'll take a look and see who's all still in this coalition against us, if there even is still a coalition here, which I don't actually know. Let's just take a look. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, there might not be a coalition any longer. Okay, well, in that case, these guys would not come to their aid, so we could just go ahead and... Oops, I'm looking at the wrong country here. So we can just go ahead and stop building the spy network, since I don't really want to attack them. We want to attack the Swiss, so we can complete that one objective while we still can. So we'll take a look and see if we can declare war here and who all would support that. So Trent would actually still support it. Okay, so they're an ally, not a coalition member. Okay, I see. I wasn't aware of that. So we could still try and gain that province, and I guess we will. And you'll see that the Austrians still are not willing to join against them. I wish I had looked at that before I pulled my spy away, but that's okay. As far as how far we've gotten, I mean, we haven't really got very high anyway. I don't think we'll get this done in time. I'm not really willing to wait now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't really want to wait. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Let's start by getting another diplomat. Okay, looks like we're in the Venetian territory. Got it. So we're going to pull that diplomat back. Pull this diplomat back. And then just kind of change this up. Have the spy network get built over here across the war to help us with sieges. And then we're going to want to go ahead and stop drilling all of our troops if they're already not stopped. And make sure we're paying for everything. The arm maintenance, fleet maintenance, all that good stuff. And then we'll want to go ahead and pay for our forts as well. One thing that somebody pointed out is about the army tradition, that if we activate all the forts, then we would be getting army tradition. And let me see if that's how much that gains and if it's worth paying for the forts. It's 0.58. So it doesn't actually stop your army tradition from going down. So, I mean, it's really not much, considering what you're paying for it. I mean, you're paying, where's fort maintenance here? We're looking at it. It's six ducats per month to gain a 0.50. I mean, that's really not much. I don't know that it's worth it paying for the forts just for such a small amount of army tradition. I mean, we'll pay for them right now because we're going to be going to war here soon. We could stop paying for certain forts. Also, we should take a look at our fleet too. Okay, so we got these guys. We're going to want to put them out there to protect trade. We'll have them protect trade and wherever it's most profitable, which would be Alexandria, I think. So go ahead and have them do that, and then get out there. Give it another month here, and then I think we should be ready to declare war. Also, we have these guys here. We probably won't engage in a naval war at all. Let's see what happens before I pull them back in. I don't know if they'll have any ships here. So let's go and declare war. And yeah, the Austrians shouldn't come into this. Nobody's willing to join though because of Austria. But that's okay. This is going to be a relatively small conflict now that navals is not going to be involved. So overall, we still only outnumber them by a little bit. I think the Swiss have quite a few troops or something like that. I'm a little bit surprised with just how many troops they have here, actually. Oh, it's counting the Austrians. Okay, I got it. So we want to take this province right here. And hopefully the Austrians don't join. It doesn't look like they're going to. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our attacks. We have to attack there, and we have to attack up here. So let's go ahead and start moving over that way. We still have these 22,000 men here, and we will go ahead and start moving them up. And then we'll be attacking here soon as well. Let me just take a look where, again, we should probably wait until they attack us, since this is such a terrible province to attack against. It looks like we could avoid the river penalty from attacking right here. So let's go ahead and go over there, see what they do here, and then yeah, again, come up here and take the province that we actually want. There is no fortification there, but I think it will be taken right back from us because you have the forts on both sides here. So one fort would be flipping it at all times. So let's go ahead and see, can we get to them? We cannot get to them. All right, where would be the best place to fight them? Because remember, they're going to get the train bonus. Probably right here. So we have to hope that they attack us right there. So let's just move straight over to this fort here. And then we'll get this afterwards. Because again, this fort right here would just take it back from us. So there's really no point. Let's go and attack over here. Again, this should be a pretty easy conflict since the coalition did disband. That was a rough battle just because it was in the mountains. Lost 1,200, but that's not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and do the siege here. We don't really need to worry about anybody supporting them, I don't think, so we could probably go ahead and just split off the siege. And yeah, it looks like they don't really need much troops here. But again, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave, as we typically do, go ahead and leave the artillery here. Make sure we're getting that bonus. And trying to select all the troops here, but having some difficulty with it. Let's just let that guy leave. All right, go ahead and merge these. See how much artillery we even need to get the bonus. Okay, so every one of the artillery we're getting is giving us a modifier here. That's very, very nice. All right, we'll just keep them all there. It looks like that siege should be done in no time. It shouldn't take very long at all. And you can see everybody's still moving back from that war. So a lot of exiled armies. That's what that little black flag is when you're on territory that you don't have any right to be on, your army is considered exiled, which means they don't fight. So we also have a little army over here. I don't know if they'll actually leave their home. I suppose we'll see. We did lose our trader, so that's unfortunate because I want to say he was one of those 50% modifier ones, the ones we were getting for cheaper. So let's just go with, I think we're just going to go with this level 2 guy here. Let me see. We would not be able to increase his ability, though. So that's one thing to consider. But yeah, I just don't want to pay that much. Not for Diplo power that we don't really need. So we'll just get that guy. That's fine. All right. So we got some decisions taken here. We'll take a look at those. Those are just, yeah, that's pointless. We didn't need to look at that. This siege is already almost done. Again, this is going to be fairly quick. Overall, the whole war should be fairly quick. Shouldn't take too long at all. The siege of Trent is done. Let's go ahead and get these guys over here, and then we'll merge these two. And then I suppose we could just go straight into sieging here. We'll leave like one army here. We'll actually move them here because I think this is the way they'll come through. Do we take any attrition here? No. Supply limit is 26. So yeah, we'll just let them all move over this way, go where they want to go. Then we'll come over here and take these damn provinces. So the Hungarians, we no longer have a royal marriage with them. And since we're not allied to them anymore, we don't really have any reason to do another royal marriage. All right, let's go ahead and move into their territory. We'll take this province, start getting that ticking war score, and then we'll move into this fortified province. And if they want to stay on defense, then let them. I will not attack them. I don't see any point, because we don't have to worry about their armies coming into our lands because we outnumber them. So I don't know that we want to annex them just yet. We'd need to see exactly how much this is going to cost us in aggressive expansion to take both of these two provinces here. It'd be 61, and here's the thing. We just need to make sure we keep France out of a coalition, which, as you can see, everybody would be out of the coalition. I don't know how the Venetians would join a coalition, because of the fact that they're a vassal, it doesn't consider that, I guess. Yeah, I think we could probably get away with doing this, guys. Yeah, I think we could. I actually have claims in all this territory over here. Oh yes, that's probably from that focus that that agenda that we have through the estates. I'm assuming that's giving us claims on the whole area. Maybe not though. But yeah, we'll just take those two provinces. That's how we'll do this. That's all I want. We will need to take the forts though, because they won't give anything up if you haven't taken their forts. So we'd have to at least take one fort. We're just going to take them both though, so we get the higher war score. It does suck. We have to keep the one negative of me not fighting their army here is that we have to keep these two armies here, on the siege, taking that high attrition, just because I don't want them to attack us with that many troops. But yeah, you can see that they're starting to get all their troops together in one army, and even then they might not be able to have enough to attack one of our armies. Just taking a look exactly what they currently have here. Yeah, I mean they have like 15. Less than 20,000 men with everything they have all put together. So it's really not much of a threat, honestly. I'm not worried about them. We can't invest in new technology. We can get the military tech. And this would get us new cav units. All right, more combat with, more infantry fire. All good stuff here. We are paying a pretty high cost though, 917. So I think we'll wait till it gets a little bit cheaper than that. And instead we can just use our military power to, increase like our, we try and get the base manpower up in some of these provinces. Probably not the capital. Capital's already at 50. I'd like to increase some other ones just to not have to pay as much. We could even do Rome here if we wanted to. Take Rome up just a little bit. And maybe just kind of look around here and see where else we might want to put some points into. Guess we can do it right there too. Oh, that was kind of expensive. I shouldn't have done it there. Alright, that's probably good for right now. Not that we really need more manpower. We're sitting at 62,000. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead and finish up taking all of their provinces just so we can get the most out of the peace treaty. And besides, we're going to have to let that ticking war score go up some anyways. But yeah, you can see that they're kind of stuck here. They have nowhere to go. They would have to attack us in the mountains, which they don't want to do because they know that they would lose. So we're in a very good position right now. Basically, as soon as we're done with that siege there, we'll go ahead and take this last province. But yeah, we're pretty much done with this now already. Now they do still have an army, so I don't know if that will factor in. Where the hell are they going? Is somebody else in this conflict? You see here, I don't think so. I don't know where they're going. Maybe they got to go all the way around here to come into this province? Not entirely sure. We have taken all of their provinces now, so we can go and do a peace treaty. Oops. And get this province and this province is what I'm looking to get here, guys. We could wait a little bit longer and let it burn off some more, because you can see that they're not even willing to do this just yet. And the reason for that is probably because the war just started. Yeah, so we should just wait a bit. Wait and get the ticking war score. Wait until they get a bit exhausted from the conflict overall. We're discovering a lot of stuff, as you guys can see. It is about that time now. You can see that the Spanish are actually all the way down here. Okay, I wasn't expecting to see that. But yeah, they came way down here and established a colony. Let's see if there's any other interesting developments in the new territory that we can see here. There's New Spain here in Central America. The Portuguese are settling in Florida. Okay. It's kind of interesting to see what everybody else is doing in their colonization efforts, since we're not going to really be involved in that. So we lost a chance to be able to get the innovativeness here for the military tech. Could get it for Diplotech. But yeah, again, I just don't want to spend that much. I don't want to spend 800, 900 something power to try and get it that far ahead. Plus, when we get events here that give us innovativeness. So we could say an excellent initiative, get 1.5 innovativeness, and the estate would actually gain influence. And then we'd have schools for the public modifier in Padova, which is right... No, that's Pavia. Padova. Where the fuck is Padova? I thought it was right there. That is right there. Okay. So there's Padova. And this would get a modifier here that would actually increase unrest, but would be cheaper to develop there. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and do it for the innovativeness. And that'll just make all of our power costs a little bit cheaper. Again, it doesn't like have a huge effect. 10% is when you get to the maximum, and obviously that would have a massive effect. What are we looking at here? Yeah, we're not going to agree to that. Yeah, we're just going to wait a little while. And this has the added benefit of, oh, they're sieging us here. I didn't realize that. So let's go and attack. But yeah, this has the added benefit, and they are going to bring their other army here. They do have the terrain penalty. Let's just take a look at our leaders here. 5-2 and 1-3. So we will get a significant bonus during the fire phase, while they will get a slight bonus in the shock phase. So overall, we should definitely win this, though we will take some casualties, as you guys can already see here. One of our advisors died. As the casualties go, I mean, we lost less than 3,000, while they took over 10,000 casualties, so that's big right there for us. It completely stops their sieges as well. Alright, so let's go and get another advisor. Oh, that was the diplomatic advisor we just bought. Alright, he must have been older and I wasn't really paying attention. So let's go and get another guy. I'm looking for level 2 here. I'm not seeing one. We might just have to get the level 1 and then promote him. We do have the money. We need to spend that money anyways. So let's go and promote him. And, oops, I promoted the wrong guy. That's fine. We can promote him too, I suppose. I meant to promote this guy. Let's promote him, and that did spend most of our money now. And I don't think there's anything that I'm really getting right now outside of the manufactories. I think that's the main thing that we're working on, because there's just nothing all that profitable when it comes to the churches or the workshops. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We got something good here for a workshop now. All right, we'll go and get that then. And we can go here. This is even more profitable. All right, so I take that back. There actually are some locations where workshops would now be profitable. There wasn't last time we looked. So we could go ahead and spend a little bit of Diplo power. I think I will eventually continue developing in Milan, but yeah, for right now it's kind of expensive to do so. How's Florence looking? They're pretty expensive too. They're at 34 development. We could go ahead and put one more point into them. And unfortunately, our agent was discovered there. Alright, it's not like we're even sieging here any longer anyways. In fact, we can go ahead and move our troops back. It's kind of irrelevant now since we've conquered all this. I guess if they brought their troops in here, then if they even have any more troops, they got an army somewhere. There's 2,000 there. I don't know where their army is, but that's pretty much irrelevant. There it is. There's a little bit of army there. And let's take a look and see if they'll accept the peace treaty now. Again, we haven't had the Ticket War score. You know what? This is what we do. We're going to wait until we get into the next year before we do this. Again, burning off this aggressive expansion is helpful. Right now, we still have a little bit with the French there, but I don't think they should be a problem, as you guys saw when we looked at it. And the longer we wait, might even be able to get more stuff. I don't know. And the Diplo power needs to be spent, so let's go ahead and do that. So we probably want to get some base production in we need, instead of just looking at the cost of the development, we should look at the provinces that have trade goods that we might want to increase. So let's go to the trade good map and we'll take a look at where this is at. I don't think this will show you now. I think you have to actually go into the I think there's a specific map mode for that. Yeah, here we go. So here's the map mode for this, and whatever we're clicking on, then it will show us. So there's paper provinces where we can try and get more paper. I don't really remember what we were attempting to attempting to increase. I know that wine, we were trying to get the production for that. I suppose that's what we'll look at real quick and see how things are looking. Oops, we want to go to strategic goods. So we're going to take a look at our market share here and see how the best way to do this would be. So we are getting the glass one. It looks like we should hold it. Now I would like to get the paper one. So I think we should focus on building in paper provinces, even though we have the leading producer thing already. We're pretty far away from getting the glass one. It hasn't changed much when it comes to getting the one for wine just yet, unfortunately. All right, so yeah, we're just going to do it in paper provinces then. So with that in mind, that means we can do it in Rome, Genoa, and these two provinces here. And so we'll just go with the cheaper ones. Just kind of tick up these ones. There we go, beautiful. All right, so that should hopefully have some effect. We'll wait till the month ticks over. As of right now, we have 13%. Yeah, I don't know if there, we got 14% now. So we ticked it up by an entire percent by doing that. So yeah, this is not unrealistic that we could definitely get it up there. In fact, let's go and try and do it now since we're okay spending that Diplo power. Let's go ahead and do it now. And we'll do it in this province here. Oh, looks like can't do it any higher. Okay, because it's higher than the base tax and the manpower combined. So can't do it any higher there. Could do it a little bit higher there. How about Rome? We'll do one more in Rome here. All right, we'll see how much effect that has on things. All right, we spend quite a bit. Let's go and see if that gets us up to, we're at 14.2%. And we're trying to get that 15% modifier that we get. Oops. We're at 14.7%, so we'd have to do it a bit more to be able to actually get the modifier. All right, so let's just see where we want to do this then. Can't do it there, that's right. We do one more here. I guess we'll do one more there. And yeah, I guess we'll keep doing this one. This one is a lot cheaper. Though we cannot. Okay, so we have kind of reached the cap here for many of these provinces. We're getting quite ahead of it, the other two. So let's see if that will do the trick. Go into January here. We'll take a look at our strategic modifier percentage. It doesn't look like we got it. We must be just short of getting it, perhaps. We're at 15%, 15.3%. I'm a little surprised we're not getting the trading bonus then. Yeah, that's strange. I think we should have it. Maybe we gotta wait another month to get it. But let's go ahead and make peace, guys. Or we'll try to make peace. We'll see if they're willing to agree to it. They would be willing to agree to it. And we have burned off enough aggressive expansion in a lot of countries. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the coalition too much. There is going to be another coalition, though, so we can expect that. So let's go ahead and do this here. And then we'll see if there's anything else that we can do and want to do. We cannot do war reparations. We're just a little bit short on it, I think. Yeah, a little bit short. We could always wait to make sure that we get the war reparations. Let's see if there's any money we can get. We can get a little bit of money. We'll just do that. All right, excellent. So easy conquest there. Let's go ahead and core both of those two territories. And we can also convert them. We'll have to core them first, though, since I already clicked that button. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I think we need to train one of these armies up, if I'm not mistaken. You know, we can drill a couple of these. They did lose a little bit of drill. So let's actually, first, before we drill them, we'll move over to this province here. We'll drill them there to kind of tick down the overall unrest in these new provinces that we just took. We can also, I don't think we're going to pay for the, yeah, I don't think we're going to pay for the forts, guys. It just isn't enough to warrant how much money you're spending on that. It's so little tradition. So let's go ahead and drill these guys. And these guys. All right, so everybody should be drilling up. And then further increasing our professionalism. We can go ahead and get, okay, so they've finally gotten the printing press there in Savoy. Let's go ahead and get this workshop that we saw would be quite profitable. All right, so we'll get that now. And then we can only gain this for 29 more days. It is a lot cheaper. It is now currently 766. That's a good price, I think. Let's go ahead and pay for it. Get that innovativeness up to 36.3. We will go ahead and change up our cav as well. No choices here, so easy to do that. And so far, I think everything's just going really, really well for us in this campaign. Quite a bit quicker overall than it was in the English one. Though again, we started out a lot weaker in this one than the English one, so we're probably in the same place we were in that one. And the Hungarians have now announced that we are their rival. All right, that's kind of a shame. Not surprising though, with our alliance ending with them and then our royal marriage ending with them. Yeah, not surprising at all. Let's see if that affects us at all, and if we'd like to, you know, if I can just figure out the damn button here, if we'd like to change any of ours. We know we want to keep France. Bohemia is fine as well, I suppose. Maybe Denmark we might change over to the Hungarians. The Hungarians we're going to naturally be a rival for us because of the fact that they're allied with Naples. The levy. So we can say, let's keep it at a modest level. Nobles will lose some loyalty. You can say an elaborate and lengthy ceremony for the most influential. So we've seen this event. Yeah. So which one do we want to do? Yearly prestige is nice. We haven't really had trouble keeping prestige up high. This would, of course, increase the loyalty for the nobles. And would also result in them losing influence. Right now, the nobles barely have any influence. They're so weak in our empire. Yeah, they just don't have very much influence at all. Do we want to pay the money? Yeah, sure. I guess we could pay the money for some prestige. I'd pay that money for prestige. All right, so that'll give us, you know, a higher prestige gain, which will let us tick that up higher. Remember, we did spend all that to put our current king in place. And we might end up doing that again with him when his son is of age, just simply because his son's even better than him. I don't know, because he does have this trade efficiency modifier, which I really don't like having, so it's a possibility. You have negative 286. Okay, I guess we're in the negative. We took a loan. How did we fall in the negative? Oh, did that require money? Was I not paying attention? Yeah, I bet it did. All right, so we'll have to pay off that loan, but that's okay. We did increase our shock here for one of our generals. Excellent. So now he's even better. We've got 3 pretty decent generals right now. So we'll have to pay this loan off. We'll just save up our money until we get there. Pay it off real quick. And because we completed our agenda, we could look to do a diet here, which I think is what we'll do. We'll see what they're interested in doing. So the clergy would like us to increase the tax income. Again, I really don't like that one. You're trading admin power for a little bit of prestige. This one would, okay. Yeah, it'll give us some military power. You have to give our army temporarily to somebody who's at war with the Bohemians. And then we have increased production, which requires a workshop. And we'll get 1 base production there. Okay, so that's probably the one we're going to do. So let's go ahead and just do it now. And then we'll get that built immediately so that we can get that completed. And I mean, I guess it depends. Oh, it looks like we're already building one. Yeah, we're already building that one. All right, awesome. So that ended up working out quite well for us. We'll go ahead and recall our diplomat here against the Venetians, since we've got them all the way up. And the Hungarians are, of course, going to embargo us. Not surprising there. Let's go ahead and use one more of our diplomat here, or use 2 of our diplomats, actually. Gotta wait for one of them to get back. There we go. And we can stop with the building of the spy network here. We don't need that any longer. So now we're going to have another long period of peace to burn off aggressive expansion. I'm surprised that coalition didn't form. But yeah, we could end up seeing another coalition form. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it keep peace going so that we can just kind of burn this aggressive expansion off. And everybody's getting golden eras now. It's kind of a bummer that we have not been able to get one, unfortunately. Again, we just haven't really been able to play around with the ages much because, you know, the first 2 ages just aren't, just don't have the type of requirements here. What are they called? Objectives. We just don't have the kind of objectives that we're able to complete in those first 2. So we can get our next idea group. Excellent. This would also let us build plantations. That's the manufacturing for certain provinces. All right, so let's go ahead and pick a new idea group. We could really go with anything because as far as like the amount of points we're earning, I mean 12 for admin. I guess military power is kind of a bit low, but if we decide to get a military idea group, we could just go with the national focus being set there. So really there's pretty much anything we want to get is open to us at this point. So I think we're going to go with the military idea, and we could go with something like quality to get the combat abilities up. But the thing with this one is there's a lot of naval ones, and frankly, in EU4 and most Paradox games, really, the naval conflict just isn't as important as the land one. Obviously, you do want to win it, but really just number of ships is kind of the best way to win. Of course, these would help out, but overall, I just don't feel that these three are worth it. I don't really like the naval ones that much. The discipline is really nice. That's one of the best things about going for this one, is that 5% discipline. However, we're going to go for defensive, guys. And the reason for that is because our morale is pretty low. So this will help with morale. You guys saw what our morale was compared to with the French. Their morale was way larger than ours. Of course, you know, getting the army cheaper, 5% is a big deal as the army gets more and more expensive. You can save a lot of money from that. Obviously, it doesn't seem like much. It'd be nicer if it was 10 or 15%, but yeah, that's not too bad. I want to say that one of these ones is higher. I thought there was another, maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was another one that had a little bit higher reduction. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe it's quantitative? That might be it. Just take it. Yeah, well, no, it's still 5%. Okay. I was thinking it was 10. Maybe they changed that, adjusted it. But yeah, so it looks like it might be the best that you get there. Maybe it's economy. Let me just double check. I could have swore there was something. No, that's all 5%. So yeah, this is the best you're going to get in these ideas. The fort maintenance, obviously, you know, that'll help save a little bit of money for us. Fort defense, you know, is nice, I guess. Reinforced speed is great. Land attrition, another great one, since the majority of the casualties we take in a war are from attrition during sieges. So that's a big deal. And of course, the attrition for enemies, you know, that'll just help burn down their manpower a bit quicker when they do sieges of us. So you know what, we're going to do the defensive, guys. I really like defensive and offensive. They both have their uses in different situations, but we're going to go for that because we already got the military tech. I think that's the only tech that we've gotten so far, actually. No, we just got the admin one. Yeah, obviously. We can take a look and see if these guys still need to drill. They're probably at 100. Nope. I was going to say they're at 100. They're pretty damn close, but not quite there. These guys are at 100, so we're going to stop drilling here. And then what we'll do is we'll just stop paying for our military. Oops, that is not where that's at. Just go ahead and stop paying for the army. And given it's still going to be pretty high because we're still paying for the ones that are drilling. You got to pay for the troops that you're currently drilling. We could go ahead and figure out what we're going to do with this guy here. I completely forgot about mothballing him so that we could save a lot more money because that was costing us a bit of money. I think it's almost 2 ducats just for that one flagship. We did gain that core province, so we can now turn this into a state. But do we want to turn this into a state? It looks like, let me just take a look. Turning it into a state will take 12. And let me just take a look at where our current governing capacity is at and whether or not we want to do this. There's just so many buttons up here. We got a lot of space here, so that doesn't really affect us. It does look like it's going to cost us a little bit of maintenance, though, and I guess we will, even though I know that we're probably not gonna conquer the rest of this. This was why I was a little bit hesitant on turning this into a state. It just simply doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense since I don't have any intentions to conquer the rest of it. I suppose we could leave it into a territory. Why not? Just for now, we'll leave it as a territory. Oh, did I accidentally click that? I might have. Yeah, I might have accidentally clicked it or something. Since it's not up here anymore. Yeah, I think so. So we completed our agenda. And that is getting us some loyalty and 1 base production here. So now we're up to 14 total production. All right, let's take a look at our discoveries. Yeah, we are just continuing to spread. Now, I thought about going with expansionists. Expansionists would have given us a colonist, and we could have like done a little bit of colonizing in Africa, but I don't know how well our range would have been if we were just, because again, colonizing is not really a big focus of mine. I don't know if we would have been able to do it. Yeah, we would have been able to colonize down here. I thought maybe get a little bit of Africa colonized. But yeah, it doesn't look like we have the range right now. It's 485. We're just short, unfortunately. So maybe in the next one we could always do expansionist. Now, here's the thing about expansionist is while it does have several colony bonuses, It actually has a lot of really other good bonuses too. Let's see what we want to get here. It's just stability or prestige. That's a lot of prestige to get. But our prestige is ticking up right now. And I want to say that this does not impact prestige. Never mind. All right, well, let's just go ahead and do the stability, guys. And we'll go ahead and core this here. Because apparently I accidentally did make that into a state. Now, we could, of course, change it back, I think. But it's fine. It does look like we're actually making good money here. So maybe it was the best way to go. I don't know. Maybe you just want to make everything into a state if you can. I was just thinking because we're not going to conquer the rest of the state that it just wouldn't have been as beneficial. But I mean, I guess if we're so far under governing capacity as we are, then I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if there's any other provinces where this would be quite profitable. Seems like we've already built in the 2, although this one's not too bad. Yeah, this is not bad at all. Let's go ahead and build there then. All right, so we'll get that built. I think the problem before was they didn't have a building slot, so that's the reason why we didn't see that there. We'll see if there's anywhere else that would be good. We got a gift to the Senate, or gift to the state, so we can either put it into the treasury or spend it generously. Let's spend it generously. We could use more prestige, and we are earning a ton of money. So yeah, I think that's a good investment of it. Let's go and see if there's any more places where we can get trade power. No, nothing significant. The 2 point something isn't terrible. Let's see if there's... Can we buy this yet? We cannot. I was gonna say we could buy one of those. How about manpower? Yeah, there's a couple good places for manpower buildings. Yeah, here in Rome, although we can only build one building there. Same thing with here. We can only get one building right there, so you might want to take a look and see what all buildings are available and see if that's exactly what you want there in that one location. Yeah, because I mean, you're not getting much trade power there. I suppose this is the best thing to get here. Let's go ahead and get more barracks. Current manpower right now is about 63,000. We did get that core province built. Do we want to state this one, make this into a state? Again, this is another location. I could see expanding a little bit into Swiss territory, though. So you know what? Let's do that. And again, we have a lot of governing capacity right now. Let's go ahead and core that. And then we also can convert both of these 2 provinces here. Or one of them, excuse me, only have 1 missionary. You know, we should probably take a look and see if that's the way we want to do this. Oh, okay, we couldn't even convert this one because of the religious zeal. They must have just been converted. So that's really the only option. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do is go ahead and start getting the... wow, we can't do that yet. We have to get them up to 20. I was going to say to get the fort built here. Unfortunately, yeah, that is not a possibility. Could just delete one of these 2, but they're already built, so yeah, I don't really feel like that's good. I know we're not earning much from the church because we have such low total base tax here. So we want to build a fort here. We need to get them at the 20, so that's where we're going to be focusing any development that we do. We'll be focused there. Discovered more provinces here, and yeah, we're all the way down here where the English are actually colonizing South Africa. Well, that's cool. So yeah, England seems to be doing the best in the colonization game, for what I'm seeing. Portuguese certainly have some territory as well, as does Spain. France, not much. And of course, we have the Scottish up there in North America. But yeah, overall, the English seem to be doing the best. Though not really colonizing anywhere in North America right now, as they did historically. So we could turn this up to speed 5, I suppose, so we could just make a little bit more progress, burn off a bit more aggressive expansion. As far as how much we have with the French, it's -20. As far as with the Hungarians, it's -20 as well. Those are the 2 that I'm worried about here. Not so worried about Bohemia. We did lose one of our leaders. Was the one down here, so he wasn't even drilling anyway. We might want to go and take a look and see who's still drilling if they need to. They do not. Okay, so this is going to save us a lot of money now. We'll start earning quite a bit more. And also, since our diplomats aren't doing everything they could be, I mean, I guess it's really not. I mean, we already have one assigned to doing both of these, and frankly, it's fine. We're just gonna keep them. We are able to increase the relations pretty fast right now. We do have the ability to get a manufactory, so let's go ahead and do that now. Let's get one built. We'll take a look and see if there's any profitable places first. There's really not anywhere profitable. And it's just cows and or livestock, I suppose, and grain, which neither one of those do we have much of a chance of getting any bonus to, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, grain, we're nowhere near towards getting that one. How about the livestock? A little bit closer to doing livestock. Okay, so that's a little bit more realistic, and we take something from the Hungarians, so I suppose that helps. I suppose we could do livestock. Yeah, I guess we can do livestock. It's unfortunate that damn paper's still under that 15%. Yeah, I guess we'll do livestock. Maybe we might be able to seize that from the Hungarians, that bonus that they're currently getting. So yeah, manufacturing, and then we'll just build in a livestock province that gives us the most money and also has the most space. We'll just do this one here. We do have this loan. I completely forgot that we need to pay off. So let's go ahead and pay it off now. And that'll result in us earning more money. No, we're not paying interest on that. Genoa was broken by rebels. And yeah, just continuing to spread. See the discovery spread. And Bohemia is no longer a valid rival. That's interesting. They don't seem that weak to me. Okay. Let's go ahead and... what we need to do here is I would really like to... If the Austrians are going to continue to be our ally, then I would really like them not to be allied with our enemies here. And I want to say they are not a great power, so we could probably ask them to break their alliance with the Hungarians, but they would not be willing to accept. That's interesting. Probably, yeah, they have just too much trust. We don't have enough trust with them ourselves. We could take a look, because we haven't spent this in a while, how we're doing on favors. And actually, our trust has declined with them a bit. So let's go ahead and tick it up some. And we'll take a look at some of our other friends. Looks like we actually lost a lot of trust with some of our allies here. Now, who else are we allied with? The Spanish. That is right. I do see future conflict with them. Yeah. And we don't even have very high trust with them either. We also want to see if there's any other territory we want to mark that we're interested in. Probably not. Yeah, I mean, we have all the Swiss territory marked. We have all Naples territory marked. We could say that we're interested in the territory all along the coast here too, I suppose. I guess that'd be an option since we are going to be seeing conflict with the Austrians, or excuse me, with the Hungarians. So we could just mark their territory as something that we're interested in. Could even go into the, further here and mark all this as territory we would like to have as ours. Of course, some of this is Ottoman territory, so they're not going to be happy about it, but I don't care. We won't do this any of the Spanish territory since we are currently allied with them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this embargo here if we didn't already. Revoke the embargo. And we'll now need to find a new rival. So I want to say it's going to be the Hungarians. That makes the most sense for us. Yeah, let's do the Hungarians here. Hungarians will be our rival. That will cause some problems with the Austrians. I really don't know that we'll be able to get them to break the alliance with the Hungarians. Maybe if our trust was higher, I could take a look and see how things have changed since we increased trust. Oh, we don't have any diplomats. I don't think that this is going to be anywhere near high enough. Yeah, we're still at negative 28. But trust is making a big deal. It's making a big difference here. And the fact that they are in debt. Okay. We need to get that diplomatic reputation up. I suppose that would be something that we could also get when it comes to the idea groups is the diplomatic one. There's some good bonuses there. There's also some cruddy ones in there too, though. We got that conversion finished up. Again, we cannot convert the other one until that modifier expires here, which is just take a look and see when it expires on June 1571. So it's going to be about 3 more years before we'll be able to convert them. And for now, our missionary would just kind of be sitting there doing nothing. We did lose a bunch of money for some reason, and we are now able to get our first ideal here. Excellent. So this one's going to be the army tradition from battles plus 100%, so it doesn't really help us until the next war. We are ahead of time on all these, and I suppose we can go and get the diplomatic one and knock this out. It's only a 5% penalty here, so we might as well. And that also allows us to get that trade efficiency and yearly corruption ticking down while we're ahead of time here. Okay, so I don't know what that gave us. I didn't actually check it out. What the tech gave us. Probably just some trade efficiency or something like that. We do have a rebellion problem. I think they just temporarily crossed into here to go here. Naples is just like constantly suffering from rebellion issues. Just all the time. Yeah, 'cause these are noble rebels, so they wouldn't go into our territory for anything but just crossing. But yeah, they just seem to always have some rebellion going on over there. They just have a lot of trouble with their nobles. It is clear that the Pope is... So is he no longer supporting? Yeah, he's no longer supporting the Treaty of Tordesillas. Of course, nobody really gives a fuck about it anyway, as you guys can see here. And I said that England wasn't in North America much, but English Mexico is a thing. So they actually are in North America. It looks like the Portuguese just finished up with Florida. And then we have the Danish exile. So we can say his services will be useful, and this would give us a cheaper one. I want to say we might already have a cheaper one. Maybe not. Nah, he's not the cheaper one. He's actually costing us quite a bit of money. Is he level 3? He's level 3, so we could save money, but we'd get one less military power for this, though. So I don't know if that's what we want to do or not. Why not? We'll get the prestige. We don't have to hire him, I suppose. But yeah, I think it would be beneficial. It just going to be so much cheaper. I mean, if we were just to look at how much cheaper this guy is. He's a level 3. And he's... it's not that guy. I think it's this guy right here. He's 5.59 per month. Just to show you what we're spending for a level 4, 19.87. So it's 25% of the cost, guys, and we're only losing 1 power. Again, though, because he's Danish, we cannot tick him up some. We could always go ahead and say, put this as our national focus, and I think that's what we will do since that's what our idea group is. Oh, depletion of the European beaver. Oh no. And we've got money to get another manufactory, so again, we're going to get them here in the cattle provinces. I think I built that in the right location. I suppose we can double check on that. Yeah, I think so. It was in here, which is a cattle province. Okay. So yeah, these discoveries are definitely spreading to us quite rapidly at this point. And we can finally purchase an ability here. Wow, good God, that took us forever. We still don't have anything here. We've only converted 2 provinces. So yeah, we still don't have anything here. So that's why it took us so long. I don't know how long this is going to end, how long we have to keep this, but yeah, we'll be taking whichever one we take with the assumption that we're not going to get another one. All right, so this one is the resistance to Reformation, plus 90%, so I think that makes it less likely that the Reformation will try and convert your provinces. Blockade impact on siege, plus 1. War score versus other religions, negative 25%. Mercenary discipline, plus 5%. Ship trade power propagation, plus 20%, that'd be useful. Institution spread in true faith provinces, plus 50%, that'd be useful as well, though we have already spread all the current institution already. I guess I can take a look and see what the next institution is. This is prestige per development from missionary. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is just get the trade power propagation from the ships and get us more money, I suppose. None of these are really that great for our particular situations. I am interested in seeing when the next institution is happening, because as of right now, we've already spread all the current institution through our lands. But this might be something we want to take a look at and see if this will impact the next institution, because I don't know when that pops up. So we'll take a look. So we're currently on the printing press. So this is global trade. It doesn't even happen until 1600, so we're talking about 30 years away. So yeah, there's really no reason to get that then. All right, so I think we'll just go with the trade propagation from ships. That'll get us more trade power. And all the places where our ships are currently trading. So we're at 57.75. Look how much money we're earning. Good God, almost 58 per month. That's a lot of money, guys. As far as if we can go to war, we're at aggressive expansion, -9. I'd like to get that down some more. And then we'll go to war with Naples, I suppose, which means we'll also have to fight the Hungarians. So this will likely be a larger conflict here. Well, it looks like the Hungarians are not doing so well. Yeah, they're not doing well at all. And we can bring Savoy in. They would be willing to join this conflict. The Hungarians aren't even willing to join. Okay, so that's why the numbers are so bad here. Because they're so far in debt. 4,377 in debt. Wow. The Hungarians are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? So yeah, we could do a very easy conflict here against them. We could call them in and then give that territory. I almost want to give that to Savoy to get rid of these guys. They're not even willing to do it by just promising them land for whatever reason they're not interested in getting that land. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and declare war against Naples. Well, that would be our next conflict. We will wait a little bit because I don't think the Hungarians are getting out of debt anytime soon. And just burn off a bit more aggressive expansion. And hopefully they'll deal with their damn rebellion problems here because I don't really want to fight their rebels. We do have a new pope, and Austria is in control. And he actually picked a different golden bull. Of course, something that would impact imperial authority. Makes sense considering that he's the emperor. Speaking of the papacy, we can now go ahead and spend some more points. I'll see if we can't get enough invested to maybe get control here. Probably not, though. We'll have to take a look, see how old the pope is. So we invest in 30, so we do have a 50% chance as of right now. Where is the papacy? He's 45. He's not. Yeah, there's really no reason to invest in this any further. I guess we'll do one more with the 20 points, and then after that we'll just save up for one of those. So we have a slight chance of getting it, though again, I don't really expect that we'll get it. By that point, I mean, that's a long time away before he's going to die. Probably, given he could die from some other kind of incident that might happen. Let's go and continue getting the manufactories in the provinces with the livestock, in the hope again that we'll get that bonus. We do have a problem with some Swiss rebels here, though yeah, it doesn't look like it's ever going to fire. Monopoly company formed. So if we did this here, this would give us 15% trade efficiency for 10 years, plus diplomatic power, or we can demand a full payment and just get a ton of money. Well, you know what? We're going to do this one. I know it's a lot of money, guys, but I mean, we earn a lot of money. That's the reason why it's so much money, because it is based off of our total income, and we just earn so much. So that's the reason why they consider that. We could go and get another manufactory, and we'd get the last one here in a cattle province, and that would be the most we could do outside of trying to increase development to try and get control of the trade here for the livestock. We're at 3%. They're at 5.6. They actually seem like they're a bit higher now than they were. All right, we have filled up our manpower. And we can convert another province. Let's go ahead and do that. They finally lost that modifier there, so we can get them converted. Let's take a look and see if we want to declare war now. We could. There's no reason not to. I am interested to see if the Hungarians burned off any of their loans. Nope. They still got all the same loans. So we could declare war there. There's one thing, other thing we should look at is how much aggressive expansion we have. We still have a little bit with the French and the Hungarians. So let's just give it a little bit longer. And you know what? We can go ahead and just start getting ready for this. Go ahead and actually this is where we're going to end the episode as well. So let's go ahead and pay for our, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm trying to pay for my army. So we're going to pay for our army. We're going to go ahead and also unmothball the fleet, though I don't know if we can defeat their fleet. I don't know how many ships they actually have, if they even have any ships at all. Well, yeah, you can't see their ships that way. We'd have to click on them and take a look. They have 37 ships, so we might be able to defeat them, because remember, a lot of those are going to be trade ships. So yeah, we might be able to defeat their fleet this time. So yeah, we'll be declaring war on Naples next episode, where we'll be moving our armies down here. We'll probably have like 2, I think. Yeah, 2 coming down here, and that'll likely be enough. I mean, we could move a 3rd one, I suppose. They don't really have many forts. Only the 1 fort there. So really, once you destroy any armies that are here, which I think the rebels are still here, unfortunately, we're probably going to have to fight them. Once you destroy any armies in here, then you can pretty much just do 1,000 men each to come take the rest of these provinces and get them knocked out real quick. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.